I think they're the worst, actually. Really think about it, like 13% of the population, 50% of the crimes.
Let's like I can't. I
That
don't
statistic
understand why
pisses me
people
off,
do
bro.
that. That's
Niggas be
just so
lying.
stupid.
Niggas be lying, bro.
Like, not only are they lying, it doesn't make
Gee.
sense to bring that up when everyone like it's there's a disproportionate amount that every type of race of man, right, commits crimes. It's disproportionate, so a statistic like that doesn't make sense to bring up in certain arguments, especially when that's not even the topic. Lol.
Gee.
It's just like, what are we talking about?
Gee. It genuinely confuses me because it's like, come on now. That shit don't make no goddamn sense. Hold on, I'm actually gonna go look at that statistic and see where they're getting that from. Actually, I'm gonna just go look at the most recent
Yeah.
FBI. I'm gonna go ahead and see what this is about and see how I feel. Alright. So the FBI site, because that's where I get most of my sites of like information about crime rates, because they're the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If I don't look at them, nigga, where else am I supposed to go? But I'm gonna go ahead and try to find that right now. I'm actually gonna pause this recording since we are done with the segment about Christianity. So this is going to make somebody mad. All right, so we're back. And I'm looking at the crimes, right? So let's go ahead. It's comparing between white, black, and other things. So when it comes to murder and non-intelligent manslaughter, black people across the board are 51% of this crime. White people are 45.8%. Other races are the lesser percent, right? Looks bad for black people, right? Rape. 11,000 white people, 4,000 black people. Disproportionately, they do 69, almost 70% of rape, white people. When we look at robbery, there's 44% for white people, 52% for black people. Now, when you see these, the robbery and the murder, I'll talk about those separately, but I will keep going. Aggravated assault. This is a violent crime. 169,000 white people, 61% of them, 33% for black people of total, like of the total percent of people who do this crime. So 91,000 black people do this. Burglary. White people do 81,000 of this. 81. Oh shit! You want me to show? Oh, hold on. I almost tweaked. Let's put it on the screen so I'm not lying. Let's go ahead and put it on the screen so I'm not lying. Okay, so when we look at the thing for white people, they do 68% of burglary. Theft. Larceny.
Yeah.
What the hell is larceny?
Larceny?
I'm gonna just look it up.
I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I used to know what it is. I don't.
Larceny is like stealing somebody's personal property type shit. So it's like stealing items. So white people disproportionately do 66% of this. When we look at motor vehicle theft, and this is not a violent crime, so if you want me to skip it, I can, white people. But let's look at the fucking violent crime total. 59% of white people do it. 36% of black people do it. All right. You want me to talk about 13% of the population, 50% of the crime? White people commit all the crimes disproportionately. Violent crime, white people do 59% of all of it. When we talk about other assaults, white people do 60% of it, 64% of it. When we talk about property crime, they do 66% of it. 13% of the population, 50% of the crime. That's what y'all said, right? Bitch ass nigga. When we talk about vandalism, white people do it more. When we talk about having a weapon, white people doing it more. Prostitution, white people do it more. Sex offenses, white people do it more. This has stuff outside of rape and prostitution. They still do it more. Drug abuse violations, they do almost 5 times the amount black people do. 71%. They do 71% of all of it. They do more gambling. They do more children offensive. They do more things with DUI. They violate more liquor laws. They do more drunkenness. They have more chance of being disorderly by 63%. They have 63% of all of it. So when we look at all the crimes, guess who do it more? White people. White people. I think I made my point. Do you think I made my point?
Yeah, I think the point is made.
This is the 2019 census. We can't even get another census from the FBI because they haven't released shit for 2023 or 2024. But when the 50%, let's go ahead. 50% of the population, 13%. Oh shit, my dumb ass. 13% of the population, 50% of the crime. All right, where did this statistic come from? First of all, no, they don't. But let's go ahead. Like, even when you look it up, it's already telling you no. White on white murder is out of control. That's the first thing I see when I think about this. This came out in 2015, by the way. Now I'm trying to find a statistic thing. But even the FBI doesn't talk about it. The same thing that I just looked at, the FBI doesn't do it. The FBI doesn't publish this. The FBI is the people who come up with the actual legal federal like charters about how many people have committed a crime. Like, they're the most reliable source in America for that. So who is this? Is this what you read? Because you read, oh, they did 51% of arrests and they did 52% of robbery. Wow, they did they did slightly more than white people in murder and then arrest in robberies, right? So black people kill more people disproportionately by like 5 or 6%, right? And rob people by 5 or 6% more than white people did. White people raped people 3 times more often than a black person did. Stole 3 times more often than a black person did. What happened? Had more guns, overdosed more, had other sexual offenses 3 times, on average 2.5 to 3 times more than a white person has. I mean, the black person has. So where the hell are these statistics coming from? Type shit. They just be saying anything. But I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. I ain't gonna lie, I really was gonna think it was gonna be a little bit closer. Mine is bad.
Yeah.
White people commit a lot of the fucking crime. It's bad by a lot. They do 71% of all the rapes in America. That's crazy. 89% of DUIs and 85% of liquor law violations. They actually do the most drugs in America. We look at all the arrests and shit. But the media won't tell you that. The media will not tell you that. The media that you want to tell you that will not tell you that. Because when have black people in America deserved to have rights? I guess. When have we not been the worst people? I guess. But when we look at the violent crime data, white people did it more by a good 21% or 23% almost. 23.3%. That's crazy.
Huge margin, by the way. That's a huge margin.
That's a huge margin, bro. That's over a fifth more. Like, of the 100%, they do over a fifth more than black people do. That's insane. They do more than 50% of it. Come on now.